Good afternoon, guys. We're here in the last of a series of 3, final episode of What's Your Mental Battle? Again, 2 weeks ago, I posed the question to my Instagram following. The idea was to get people involved talking about what they deal with on a daily basis. So the question I posed was, what's your mental battle? And by that, I meant, what do you battle every morning that you wake up, that whether it's you're struggling with the life you're living, or you're struggling with the career path you've gone, or if you're struggling to find the motivation to push into another day. So those things, in essence, was the conversation that I wanted to bring forward. And I thought it was important to kind of bring that to light, because not many of us take the time to think about what we do every single day. We're not necessarily living purposely. And in my opinion, if you're not living purposely, then I feel that there is some form of unhappiness that you're gonna have in your life. So I always, I like to provoke my friends, I like to provoke the people that I interact with to always think with a purpose, right? What are you doing day to day, week to week, month to month? What are your goals annually, or what are your goals in the long scheme of things? And just kind of provoking that conversation. So actually the first response I'm going to read you was actually from my good friend Chris, and you could follow him at Rhetoric Gaze. It's on Instagram. But I wanted to save Chris's response for the last episode, just because I felt that, hey, Chris was the first to respond, and let's give him a little more time. So Chris's response was, well, what's your mental battle was the question, and to the prompt. And Chris's response was not being good enough or interesting enough. I think it's normal that we always have this conversation, right? I always think of it to myself. I think of, am I doing things to the caliber that I want to do them at? Or am I producing, content for my clients? Or am I producing content for myself in the caliber that I expect it to be? And I think it's completely normal to always, second guess yourself and think, maybe I'm not good enough at what I'm doing, or I'm not interesting enough to people that I interact with or meet with on a daily or monthly basis. I think that's normal, Chris. I think having that conversation with yourself is healthy. I don't think that those are negative thoughts that you're having. Nonetheless, I've known you for probably about a year now, and I could tell you this, that you are very interesting. I know off the bat when I first met you, I think it was at Neiman Marcus at the Salvatore Ferragamo event. I know you're highly involved in fashion, and I see you putting the time, putting the effort into everything that you do in the fashion world here in San Antonio and abroad. So nonetheless, don't take it lightly, man. You are interesting enough, and I do think you're good enough at what you do. But again, it's normal to have those conversations with yourself, and never stop second guessing yourself, because that's what makes you better, right? I'm a strong. Sorry, that was Mike. I'm a strong believer that if you're constantly analyzing what you're doing and the caliber that you're doing it at, it's going to make you a better person. So you analyzing yourself is better than someone else analyzing you. So don't stop doing it, man. Another one is from my friend Elizabeth. You can follow her at Elizabeth Paloma. She said, what if I just need to accept that I need to live as half the woman that I used to be? I won't agree with that, Elizabeth, because I feel like as creatures of humanity, we're constantly evolving. And I think that if you continue growing and you continue on the path with change, I think that's always good. Again, this goes back to analyzing yourself. If you analyze the woman you were before and the woman you are now, do you see yourself in a state of growth, or do you see yourself on a backtrack? And if you see yourself on a backtrack, I think it's important to take a step back again and think about what is causing me not to grow into a better person that you want to be. And I think we're all capable of it. I think you're super capable of it. You're a smart woman. Just taking a step back and really just analyzing the situation. And most of all, I know we've talked about this before, but most of all, don't concern yourself too heavy with what others are thinking or what others are saying about you, right? What matters is what we think of ourselves. And the more that you allow others to kind of interact in that realm of, hey, this is how I analyze myself, and if someone else is giving me their opinions and someone else is giving me their opinions, while sometimes those are good, ultimately, the only thing that matters is you analyzing yourself and you really drawing the line and saying what I expect better for myself and what I don't expect for myself, and working towards those goals. I don't think that you need to live as half the woman you used to be. I think you're an evolving human being, and seeing the light in the better day. I think it's gonna go far. So don't stop analyzing yourself, and I think don't stop growing. Set those goals and think of what do I want out of life, or what do I want to take, and what do I want to give to those that I interact with in life. And I think if you take that perspective and you push that forward, I promise you, you're going to be good. Another response we got is, this one's from my good friend Cassie and Max, and they're at Shakti Nourishment, Cassie put, trying to find the balance of being a full-time mom and a full-time business owner. That's definitely a mental battle, I think, for a lot of people out there. I don't have kids, I'm not a mom. I can only imagine what it takes to work both avenues. And honestly, I know you person to person. I've known you for a couple of years now, and I think you're doing a phenomenal job. I think you're an example to many people out there. And what you're doing, I would say, is spot on with what you should be doing. You're constantly marketing your business. You're constantly putting that out there. You're not afraid to take chances, which is the biggest thing people are usually afraid of, taking that chance or looking stupid in front of the people that they care about. And I think you live with total disregard of that, which I think is good, because ultimately that's going to pedal you forward and push you into doing great things. But nonetheless, I think it's normal of trying to find a balance in being a full-time mom and a business owner. I couldn't imagine it's easy. You guys are doing a killer job, and keep doing what you're doing. I think it's good. The last response that we got from this past week's question was from at Roger Bear. So it's ROWGER Bear, BEAR. And his response was, being too critical with my brand, which is keeping me from getting started. I don't think that being critical is bad. I don't think that being critical is bad when you're looking at your brand and you're looking at what you want to put out there. What I think is bad is if you're allowing that to stop you from actually producing or from doing whatever you want to do. Maybe you're thinking about what people are going to think. Sometimes you just got to take that step forward and say, screw whatever they're going to say and screw whatever they're going to judge, and just do it and produce it and put that brand out there. It's normal to feel like that, man. It's completely normal to feel like that. I know I feel like that every time I produce something and I'm like, okay, I'm going to push this out there. But I know that all of these things are steps to becoming a better creative director, to becoming a better producer, to becoming a better, in service to my clients and in service to what I do. I think it's normal, but don't let that fear hold you back from actually putting that content out there, or putting that brand out there and producing. I think the biggest enemy to living a happy and a sustainably happy life is allowing others to hold you back. And I think what you're doing right now is you're allowing others' judgments to hold you back from putting this out. And my advice to you, man, is just do it. Just push it out there. You could send me a DM if you need any kind of second opinion on something, but not that even matters. I think you need to go with what your gut is telling you and put whatever you feel out there. And just think of it as, that's the first step to evolving. You put that out, great. If you think it sucked, looking back at it a month into the actual the release of that, then that's normal. I look back at things that I did a year ago, 2 years ago, and I'm like, man, that was shitty. But it's completely normal. That's part of evolving as a creative, or as evolving as a brand director. Don't let it hold you back, man. Just put it out. Put it out. I guarantee you're gonna feel so much better once you put it out there. And even if you get crap responses, throw your middle finger up and say, hey, you know what? At least I put this out there and I wasn't afraid of being judged. And that's all that matters, man. It's just putting things out, not afraid of being judged, and evolving as a creative person, or in your case, a brand director. That's all we have for today's episode. Again, I wasn't planning to do another episode of this, but nonetheless, if things turn out that we get more responses in the future, then I am always up for producing another episode. Maybe I'll put a feeler out there next week. Thanks for tuning in. Keep watching whatever we're producing. I know the next series of productions that we have is a different style, and I think you guys are gonna like what we're gonna put out there when that starts to happen. But I'll keep you guys guessing on that until another week. Nonetheless, thanks for following. If you're watching this on YouTube, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button and give me a like on this video. That'll help the algorithms push this up. And if you're watching this on Instagram, don't forget to follow me. And if you feel that you liked it, then share it with a friend. I'd be forever grateful. Hope everyone has a great day, start to your week, and that's it.